This Whenever the Hell 25 results video is brought to you by... In a world where elephant testicles are the only currency around, one hero will embark on the ultimate quest. Our hero, will heroically enter the dungeon of pin pulling. And then what do you do after pulling so many pins? Oh shit! He pulled the wrong pin. Now he's gonna be buried in rubber ducks. And what happens then? The elephant testicles are taken from him.
-7 testicles.
After a complicated math exam, your phone is ready for Mr. Banana, but he's afraid of being eaten, so it's time to choose a waifu. Beautiful and totally willing creatures that have been carefully chosen for you to mate with, you sick puppy. Choose, you choicey chooser. Hyperinflation has taken hold, and now the world is drowning in elephant testicles. Hero will have to go through all the mini-games if he wants to get to the final boss. And the final boss is the Cloaca of Doom, and there's only one way to defeat it, with your special sock, which you will wield against the testicles. And now you are the elephant destroyer who owns the testicles. Play this new game. Play Elephant Testicle Quest. Now available on phone app downloading place. And remember, kids, in the game of life, the testicles are the friends you made along the way. Download it now! All right. It's time to see who won all 50 of the Elephant Test. The $50 gift card or Steam credit. That's always a possibility if you want to make life easier for me. So, without further... Hey, do you like the theme for Whenever the Hell 2025? Yeah, it's pretty chill, isn't it? Okay, here's number 5. In 5th place, with a grand total of 9 points, it's Hodge Podge. Thank you for letting me know how you pronounce it. No idea why you spell it like that. 5 points came from Mama Bunny, who put you as her first place entry with the comment, "This was an absolutely fascinating subject, super high quality video, and my champion for this contest. Very well made, very well done. Thank you very much." You also got 3 points from Morshu, who says...
Number 3, Hodge Podge. Taking a more cerebral approach, this high-energy reviewer chose the metaphysical route, confronting reviewers being reviewed with the nature of video game scores being scored, so to speak. He gave us the history of where high scores first began, and featured retro props in his review, namely his CRT monitor and his Half-Life 1 consumer box, just to keep with that old-school theme. The Luigi was well hidden too, gliding by me the first time. I had to be told where it was later on. Providing subject definitions, video chapters, well-balanced audio, and subtitles which read both the dialogue and the song names alike, this was certainly the most academic of all the entries. The credits sing-along was an interesting touch too. I didn't know you could do that with YouTube subtitles. Thanks for the entry.
And you got 1 point from the Stonehill. Here's what Blinky had to say. This is the type of video essay that I really like, so I'm happy to see it in this contest. Very interesting, well-placed humor. This year's Whenever the Hell was very hard to narrow down due to how many great entries we received, though this didn't make my top 5. Consider this without a doubt my official number 6 pick. Yeah, I agree. It's a very well-deserved 5th place. I like the structure, I like the subject of your video, very good editing. Honestly, there's nothing more to say other than I hope that if you ever bring this contest back, Asa, that Hodge Podge will return to get a higher ranking. At just one more point than Hodge Podge, at 10 points in 4th place, we have my good friend Mr. Music, who wanted to recreate and retry his winning entry from way back in 2011 when he used to go by Drew Dog. 3 points from me. Good job on this one, Mr. Music. Although I was kind of hoping you'd do something new and different rather than try to improve on the past. However, I see why you did it. It was an itch you had to scratch. It was something that was nagging at you for a long time. 3 points from Blinky.
Out of all the entries we received for whenever the hell this year, this one was for me probably the straight up funniest. I loved the Guru Larry voice, great impression by the way, and the Bedrock Benny's ad at the beginning, and the momentum did not slow down from there. I first heard of this game from this SNES Drunk review, and I gotta say, this analysis is even better. The clips you used really made me laugh. I love the Big Lebowski, the Book of Mormon, and the Upper Class Twit of the Year reference was the perfect analogy for this game. I watched your original Turbo Tunes review for a previous Whenever the Hell contest, after watching this new one that is, and I have to commend you for sticking to your core style and improving it over the course of 14 years. It was a shockingly good call re-reviewing Turbo Tunes for this 2025 edition, and I wouldn't be surprised if you won again, honestly. On top of being really entertaining, you included all the necessary information for the uninitiated to find out about this weird anomaly of a game. Perhaps Guru Larry is eating his words right now.
2 points from Morshu.
Even with his spot-on Larry impression and his humble callback to Whenever the Hell's Gone By, I think the real high point of this review was him contacting one of the original staff who worked on the game to learn a secret input to unlock animation glitches. The Yogi voice was decent enough as well. Hopefully he won't actually take 14 years to return for another review.
And 2 points from Stonehill for a total of 10. Mama Bunny simply said, "Funny review of a crappy game had me LMAO. Congratulations, Mr. Music, on your 4th place. Hope to work with you in the near future on some projects that I have planned for my channel, hint hint." In 3rd place, with a total of 11 points, it goes to Little Frank 103. 1 point from Mama Bunny, who states, "I could see and feel the passion you have for these old cartoons. It was clear to see and kinda cool to learn about." Blinky gave you 2 points.
This was another topic I had absolutely no knowledge of prior to watching this, and from the outside looking in, I wouldn't have expected to be that impressed by a video covering direct-to-VHS Christian cartoons by Hanna-Barbera. Much to my surprise, this was an easy choice for my top 5. I could definitely tell that you had passion and a personal connection to what you were talking about. You presented the material in a relaxed, welcoming way, and that made it easy for the uninitiated like myself to get interested in it. The skits with the stick figures were well implemented and provided amusing comic relief that never took away from the video's narrative. I also appreciate how the ad directly tied into the topic by being about bad animation, which you were referencing on several occasions. Jesus would be proud.
Stonehill put you in his 3rd place for 3 points, and I myself had you in the 1st place spot for my list for the remaining 5 points. And you know, I thought I knew my cartoons. Hell, I thought I knew my Hanna-Barbera, but I legitimately had never seen or heard of the greatest adventure stories from the Bible. And this is coming from me, a dude who grew up with Superbook and The Flying House. And honestly, I don't know which one ripped off which one, but they both featured a boy, a girl, and for some odd reason, a religious robot. Because robots were popular in the 80s. God damn it, Little Frank, you got me reminiscing over my own childhood religious cartoons. But in all honesty, I loved your video. Your voice is great for the subject matter. You really should try more narration and, really train that voice. You should make more videos. Most of all, I really loved learning something new that catches my attention. Very well earned 3rd place. Please keep making videos. All right, only 2 entries left, and well, once you know who got 2nd place, you'll automatically know who got 1st by default. So let's just give you 2nd place for now, and winner, you can celebrate in the meantime while we go over why we love the 2nd place entry, huh? So, with 14 points, 3 more than 3rd place, but 5 less than 1st place, it's Yo Sniper. You know, Sniper, 3 of us put you in our 2nd place spot. You got 4 points from Blinky,
I didn't expect to see a YouTuber retrospective in this contest, but consider me pleasantly surprised. This was a video that really managed to capture the vibe and feel of old YouTube with its use of old YTP clips. At the same time, the analysis was spot on, and it didn't feel like you were leaning on the clips as a crutch to make an interesting video. I was not familiar with CS188 before watching this video, at least not from my memory, but this video did get me interested in his body of work and overall legacy. I really appreciate the attention to detail and obscure factoids that were included, such as a recreation of a lost clip, or the story about drama he experienced with the local business. It really goes to show that you were very knowledgeable and passionate about the topic you chose, even down to remembering exactly how you discovered him in the first place. This video had a good balance of humor, personal experience, interesting facts, and through its presentation and subject matter, acted as a really great time capsule to early YouTube. Good job, Yo Sniper. Hope to see more from you in the future.
4 points from Morshu.
If humor was the ultimate criteria for me, this would easily take the top rank. This review took us back to a classic of niche YouTube humor that takes a well-honed taste to get just right. This review managed to place a relevant callback to a product Asa once took the proverbial piss out of long ago, and without having to resort to too much toilet humor. I enjoyed seeing YTPs brought back in the spotlight, especially for a creator I hadn't heard of. Now I have a new subscriptions backlog to catch up on. Thanks a lot.
And 4 points from myself. Yo Sniper, I don't think there's anything left for me to say these days about your entries. Your craft has that polish from many years of keeping at it and keeping your nose to the grindstone. I thoroughly enjoyed your entry, hence my second place vote. Much like Little Frank, whom I gave my first place vote to, I learned something new watching your video, and that's something I hold in high regard. Interesting and educational, two things that matter a lot to yours truly. In the end, I just think it came down to wider appeal, as I'm not the only judge. Congratulations on a very well-earned second place, however. Lastly, you got 2 points from Mama Bunny, who says, "While I don't like YouTube poops all that much, you did manage to make it interesting for me and made me even giggle a little." Well, I'd like to give you a prize for second place, but I only assigned one for first, so what better reward than a YouTube poop of your very own? How much more apropos than that can you get?
Congratulations on second place.
Yo, Sniper!
I couldn't understand you. I don't speak second place. Second place. Second place. Second place.
Second place. Second place. Second place. Second place. Second place. Second place.
Second place. Second place. Second place. Second place. Yeah, Nick, that's
In second place, in second place, in second place, in second place, in second place.
Naturally, that leaves us with our winner for Whenever the Hell 2025, Phoenix. The only person to make it onto all 5 judges' top 5 lists, which, given the nature of your competition this year, makes your feat all the more impressive. Your final score, if you're still even watching after realizing you just won, was 19 points. 2 from me, 3 points from Mama Bunny, who states, "Gunsmith Cats, I really want to see that now because of your review. I love the 90s anime art style. I wish anime still looked like that." You also got 4 points from The Stonehill, 5 points from Blinky.
Prior to watching this video, I had no knowledge of Gunsmith Cats other than it was an anime that came out in the 90s. After the review, my interest was piqued so much that I went and watched the OVA in order to both check out the series itself and watch the review from a more knowledgeable perspective. I'm glad that I did because Gunsmith Cats was a fun, albeit very light product like you said. I think the fact that it's not that deep narratively makes it the perfect choice for a 7.5 minute review like this. It felt like you covered everything you wanted to say about the anime without it either feeling too stretched out or too condensed. This video did a great job at mixing subjective opinion with behind-the-scenes info that many audience members may not be privy to unless they really delved into the creation of the series. Knowing that the crew actually went to Chicago and scouted out locations for artwork is really cool. If someone hasn't seen Gunsmith Cats, this review acts as a very good recommendation. If they have, then it acts as an entertaining recap. It was a tough call for top choice on my ranking, but I have to go with the entry that made me want to immediately do additional research on the topic in question. Congratulations on getting the Blinky Gold Medal.
And 5 points from Morshoe.
Number 1, Phoenix. Starting off with a more than convincing ad, our reviewer gives a thorough background and foundational knowledge and production lore on the subject, the OVA of Gunsmith Cats. Excellently scripted, his review puts the work into context for both production era and genre. He even featured his editing bay, his own physical copy of the books, and pointed the viewer in the right direction to buy one. Well, you've piqued my intrigue. I had no clue classic manga was going through such a resurgence. Looks like I'll have to find one. Well done. Bonus points for the Hypnotoad placement behind audio bars on the TV. Great review. You easily made my top placement.
Grand total 19 points, 5 ahead of the pack. You know, I remember Gunsmith Cats. It was a very middle-of-the-road anime at a time when I was going to anime conventions myself as a teenager in the mid-90s. I already knew about the subject, so it didn't quite impact me quite as it did all the other judges, but hey, that's what extra judges are for. The fact that you're the only guy who everyone managed to agree on having in their top 5 list pretty much says it all. Very well done, Phoenix. Congratulations on winning Whenever the Hell 2025. Let me know through Discord or Twitter how I can get your prize to you. Maybe next year I'll be in a better position to give better prizes. I certainly hope so. This year has been a nightmare for A. Salieri. Anyhow, that's all I have for you today, folks. I shall now retreat to my cave of eternal gaming and eternal doom scrolling. For now. I got a radio show I'm going to be experimenting with in the near future. I hope you'll check it out at some point. And in the meantime, I thank you for all your years of viewership, guys. And till next time, dear viewer.
The head